So you've had a chance to play around with your embroidery machine, and you are probably ready to go further than just the designs that are built in. So I'm going to show you how to get a design off the internet and put it into your machine and stitch it out. It is so easy. So first we're going to start looking for designs. I'm going to show you some of my favorite websites, but you can Google and find tons of others. Now you do have to be careful, because anybody can digitize and sell a design. You don't have to be a professional, and sometimes you get less than professional results. It's probably not your fault, it's probably the design. So always test stitch it before you put that design on anything that you care about. Now, what kind of designs are we looking for? First of all, we're going to be looking for 4x4 size designs. This machine has a maximum field of 4x4. Even though it is possible to pull, take something up and move it around if you want to get a bigger field, you just kind of have to cut and paste, so to speak. But we're looking for 4x4. Now most designs are in millimeters, so this is going to be 100 millimeters by 100. Then it's your format. All right, this machine takes PES, PES, DST, or PHC. PES is the traditional brother file format, so that's the one I always use. DST and PHC are more generic. They'll probably work. Test them out. If you find a design that only comes in DST, give it a try. It won't hurt anything. Now you're going to need a way to transfer the design to your machine, so that is where your flash drive comes in. There's a long list of acceptable flash drives, and I will put a link to that in the description. But if you put one that's not on the list in there, or if you have one that's not on the list either way, all the machine is going to do is tell you that it can't read that media or something like that. It's not going to break your machine. So if you have a flash drive laying around, take everything off of it and give it a try. It might work, it might not. You haven't lost anything if you don't. But this is the one I have. It's a PNY64. So now we're going to go to the computer. We're going to scout around and find a free design, and then we'll come put it in the machine and watch it stitch out. There are so many different sites that sell machine embroidery designs. Some of my favorites, the Sweet Pea, which is swp.com. There's Kimberbell. Designs by Juju is nice. We're going to use one from Bunny Cup Embroidery. Now every site kind of functions differently when you're getting an embroidery design. This one is super easy. You go to embroidery designs, you can either look at the sets or look at the design singles, and we're just going to get the swirly dragonfly. Now when you click on it, since it's free, this one automatically sends it to your download folder. Some of them, like Designs by Juju, you have to go through the whole checkout process, but you just don't have to pay anything. Now, once you get the design downloaded, and this is going to come into a zip folder, so you'll have to open the zip folder, and when you open that zip folder, you're going to see a huge long list of all the designs in there. You are looking first for a 4x4 because that is the design field in our machine. That's the biggest we can do. And you're looking for the PES format. Sometimes it will say Brother Baby Lock Bernina. Other times it's going to say PES. This machine will also do DST, but I'm going to stick with PES. Now just take that file and drag it over to your flash drive. Okay, so we're back at the machine. It's on. I'm going to put the flash drive over here in the side pocket. Now, this button right here is going to access all the designs that you have on your flash drive. As you can see, I only have 2 hearts and then the dragonfly that we just downloaded. So you're going to click that and click Set. And here it shows us the design. So if this one is a 4x4, so there's not really much place to move or rotate, whatever. So we're just going to hit in Edit, Embroidery. Now, this shows you which colors you need to be using. So first is the purple, the dark purple. And I didn't have these exact colors, so I'm just going to have to kind of wing it. I'm going to use navy blue where the dark purple was. So I'm ready to let my presser foot down, and I'm fixing to hit go. That is all there is to using a design from the internet. So here's that beautiful design, all stitched out. Now, I want to show you something. This was my first one. You see that? It's a hot mess. So, same fabric, same threads, same stabilizer, same design. What happened? Well, on this first one, I was lazy and I floated my fabric. This one, I hooped the fabric. Now let me show you what the difference looks like. So when we use the term floating, what we mean is your stabilizer only is hooped, and then you would spray some basting spray or spray adhesive for sewing, and then you just lay your fabric on top. Now the other alternative is to hoop the stabilizer and the fabric. And what that means is you're not just going to have the stabilizer under your hoop, but also your fabric will be hooped as well. So let's look at what a difference it makes with this fabric. So, do you always have to hoop? No, some fabrics are stable enough they can go. That's a learning thing. As you practice, as you do more embroidery, you will begin to learn which fabrics are going to give you this result if you float, and which ones will give you this. You'll learn so much. You also could have used a heavier weight stabilizer, and that might have reduced some of the puckering. I think this thin cotton fabric, it has no give to it. Unless you hoop it, it's pretty much going to pucker no matter what you do. So I have another video coming up where I'm doing some editing, some free editing software that you can use with this machine to combine designs, and that means you can make words with fonts that are not in your machine. So be sure and hit that subscribe button and check back. Shouldn't be too much longer.